Hey Cancerians, welcome to the Crow Tarot. We're going to be doing your second half of March general reading here. We're going to start off with an animal energy, like I like to do. So let's see what the animal energy is for Cancer for the second half of March. Let's see what's going on here from the Cancers. Animal energy for Cancers for second half of March. Please and thank you. Ooh, nice. Okay. A water animal for my water sign. The whale. Let's talk about the healing power of sound therapy and music. That's what the whale represents for me. It also represents a deep feeler, can represent an empath, someone who feels other feelings as their own, feels the feelings of others as if they were their own, quite literally in some cases. I do feel like, this is those inner depths. I feel like this is a very transformative time where pacing is required, right? The whale can't be rushed. It just kind of goes along, you know what I mean? At its own pace. Yeah, music, sound therapy. I'm also getting a feeling, we'll pull some cards here, that I'm really getting feeling around it's time for you guys to possibly really stand in the light of things. And that can mean different things for different people. It could be a technical spotlight, like you being under the spotlight somehow, but also standing in your truth as well and deriving strength from that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, guys, I got a new deck. I did not even know this existed until Amazon recommended it. But look, it's the Crow Tarot deck. I did not even know. And Amazon recommended it, and I was like, we belong together. Get over here. I placed that order real quick. Yes, I did. Okay, let's do one more shuffle. One more shuffle for my Cancers. Okay, what's going on for my Cancers for second half of March, please? And thank you, second half of March. Okay, so we got the Nine of Swords. So, traditionally when we see this card, this is about, can indicate some really intense dreams or nightmares, right? But it's, this is the second half of Mercury in retrograde that we're talking about here. Okay, it goes direct on the 29th. I'm sorry if y'all can hear that noise. They're doing construction today, and I gotta surrender around that because there ain't nothing I can do about it. But yeah, this Nine of Swords here, it just feels like you may be feeling a little, you might have some expectations or some strong desire as to how something is going to work out for you. This could be in a personal context, it could be in a work context, in an artistic context, because we do have music come up here. But what I'm getting here too from the whale is that music is a beautiful way of getting us out of our heads and right into our feelings, right? I'm hearing to, really be your water sign self right now, right? And water, especially the ocean, represents the unknown. And I definitely feel like it's a time to embrace the unknown. When we truly embrace the unknown and surrender expectations because we realize that expectations are limitations, this is what happens when we don't do that. Do you know what I mean? This is pretty much the opposite of surrender, right? This is that analysis paralysis that's really working on you in the evening, okay? Let's get another one. And the whale's just over here like, it's all gonna be good, right? It's all gonna be good. Whales are very much an ancient energy for me too. Okay. Oh God, I absolutely am obsessed. Okay. Look at how pretty. Okay, so this is the High Priestess card. This is connecting in with your intuition. Lovely water sign, right? And I keep hearing all will be revealed. All will be revealed, right? Connect in with your intuition because the High Priestess also represents those things that we don't have answers to right away, and being okay with that. Really embracing the unknown here, right? I do not think that your mind, the mind can be helpful in terms of keeping a schedule and using active discernment around things. But I think right now you're really being called to really access your intuition and your emotions around things, okay? That's going to be of greater help to you than any analysis paralysis that you might have going on here. Let's get another one. I love it so much. So this is the Six of Cups. Okay, let's talk about it. So this represents, it's perfect for Mercury in retrograde, I must say. You know, this really represents people, situations, feelings from the past. We can also be talking about someone that you have a past life connection with, okay? But, you know, this is very much in the energy. It makes sense with Mercury in retrograde. So what I'm getting, you may have people coming back around from your past in a romantic context, or even people that, you know, you've met more recently, but you feel a past life connection with, right? Like you've only known them 2 weeks, but it feels like a lot longer. But you could have people from the past coming back in here, or even events, past loves that are running through your mind, right? And you're finding yourself triggered, or you're just really, really, really in a past energy. And it's interesting because I feel a split here. I feel like a good half of your energy is just a little bit of anxiety, just a baby anxiety over what's going to happen in the future. But it's also, you know, in a lot of circumstances, sometimes you really do have to look to your past to look forward and to move forward. And I feel like you're being called to do this in a healthy way, in a cognizant way, where you're running the show instead of letting these energies and feelings and past elements run you. Okay? But you're really being called to use your intuition right now, for sure. And it feels like it feels a very split energy. It feels like there's a split decision or a decision that needs to be made. It also feels a little bit conflicted, but this feeling of feeling conflicted, I feel like is, and I say this with love, it feels like in this context, it's a choice, right? So it feels internal, is another way to say that. One more shuffle for my Cancers. Listen, these are intense times, you know? But it's all good. It really is. And the Six of Cups is a beautiful energy. This is one of my favorite keys. It's the Six of Cups. So let's get a clarifier for this Nine of Swords here. Let's see what's going on a deeper level. Oh my God, 10 of Pentacles. How happy am I for you to see this? So this is stability, happy home and family, long-lasting partnership, right? Just stability on all realms. You know, the fact that this is clarifying the Nine of Swords, you may be having some legit anxiety or fears coming up around the stability in your life. You may even be thinking about where you're going to be when you're, you know, older. Thinking about yourself in the years to come, and your mind is really here, and it does feel there's like a need for answers or a need for clarity, right? And it's around this 10 of Pentacles. This is about your future and stability moving forward. I just heard, at what age will I be able to retire? That's probably only for a couple of you, but I really feel like, so it really feels like your energy is projected into the future and in the past. Fascinating, actually. Okay, let's get some info around this High Priestess here. You know, I'm getting here too that for some of y'all, this could be around a romantic relationship or even a business partnership, but whatever kind of coupling is, you know, important and holds weight. This could be feelings of anxiety or analysis paralysis or projected nightmares around the stability of that connection. You could even be reliving things that didn't work out, or even projecting into the future and seeing the worst case scenario for things as well. Feels very split. Let's get a clarifier for this High Priestess. Yes, High Priestess. Clarifier for the High Priestess, please and thank you. Yep. So we got the Tower here, okay? Major Arcana to clarify another Major Arcana. So, you know, when this comes up, I call this the Great Rearranger. And what I mean by that is the universe acting as a great rearranger and shaking things up in your life to reset you on your best path moving forward. This happens when sometimes we've strayed a bit. Not always, but sometimes. I feel like in this context, it's just going to shake things up. There's a lot going, but I feel like a lot of this has to do with like the energies right now. You are a water sign. So the fact that this Mercury in retrograde, you know, majority has been in Pisces season. I really feel like you guys have just been, this retrograde may have been a little rough for you, perhaps, okay? Especially those of you who have a lot of water in your chart other than just being a Cancer, right? But you know, I'm also getting, like, I feel like you feel tired. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? With the Nine of Swords, hello, duh. I really feel like you guys feel tired. Sometimes we have to exhaust ourselves to the point where we're like, I'm not gonna do this anymore, right? I'm gonna choose something different. But please, your best way and path forward through this, I'm also getting spend time near bodies of water, especially for water signs. That is, you know what? You know when your phone battery is dying and you plug it in to recharge? A water sign's best way of recharging, especially Cancerians and Pisces, is being near bodies of water. Now let's talk about the ocean and where the whale lives, right? The ocean represents the unknown. You are being called to embrace the unknown right now. Believe me when I say, and I keep hearing this, it's going to work out better than you can imagine, and be careful of your thoughts right now. Okay? Be careful of your thoughts right now. Give the universe something to work with here. You know what I'm saying? Like, really try to keep your thoughts of a positive alignment. And when you're having trouble with that, put on music because music can change your vibration like that. Like that. Right? That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's get another clarifier for the Six of Cups. I just love the Six of Cups. I do. I don't know why. Okay. Let's get a clarifier for the Six of Cups. Oh my God, did you guys see that? I hope you guys saw that. Literally like flipped over here. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles. So this is a waiting energy, right? A waiting energy, trusting that the seeds that you've sown will bear fruit, right? And this is around Six of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this could be for some of you. I feel like some of you quite literally could be waiting on someone from the past to return. Or someone has returned, even if it's just to have a conversation, darlings, or clear the air. And you may be waiting to decide if you should actually, like, with all this stuff that's going on with you, if you even, like, have the reserve and energy to entertain this right now. You know what I mean? Really does feel like this has a lot to do with work and or personal relationships. It feels like it's all of it, really. And I really feel like this reading in particular is going to be very different for different people, just depending on where you are. But, you know, it does feel like you are, I like that you're taking your time with this. I like this waiting energy when it comes up to this Six of Cups. And you're going to know what to do by accessing your intuition, right? There may be external events. This can be internal too. Sometimes the Tower can be an internal state, okay? So when we see this, it doesn't have to be like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I'm gonna, you know, lose my job, or I'm gonna, like, my car's gonna break down when I really need it. This really can be internal, right? High Priestess, things that are unseen and hidden and all of that good stuff, esoteric knowledge. The whale here is an ancient energy. But I like that you're taking your time around this. I feel like you guys are delegating to the best of your ability right now. And I'm getting that if you guys are wondering about someone from the past, waiting on someone from the past, or someone that you feel like you've known in a past life is waiting on you or whatever have you, I really, 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 really like taking your time around this and not making a rash decision. Okay? I love it. It feels really good. Because, you know, whatever comes up in Mercury in retrograde, we have to be extra careful about, you know, is this just popping up and I can just release it and I don't need to pay, you know, too much mind to it because it's just kind of a symptom of Mercury in retrograde, and this person, you know, wanting to discuss things with me or come back into my energy is more about them than it is a lesson or tying up of loose ends or karma that I need to heal with them? Or is it an opportunity to heal karma with this person? Using your intuition and discernment around that. I keep hearing I'm holding out for a sign. Holding out for a sign. I've heard that a couple times in these readings, actually. And I do feel like the universe is going to be working with you and sending you those signs, okay? I don't really like to get bogged down in the signs in particular, but they just told me to mention that you could be dealing with a Leo. Okay? Yep, because they just pointed out the sunflowers, which I associate with August, which I associate with Leos. Just figured I'd show my work there like they make you do in math class. Okay, let's get a angel card for y'all. That's what I want to do. Angel card. For Mickey and Syrians. I don't even feel like this is the time to make active movement around things before you really feel right about it in your intuition emotion. I'm telling you. If you want to make yourself a Mercury in retrograde playlist right now, honey, do it, okay? Music. Music. Okay. Ooh, that took 3 seconds. Oh, I cannot. Okay. Claircognizance. Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. This is exactly what we are talking about. I just got chills with the High Priestess, right? And this is really taking the time to get that download before you take action around it. This feels really good, you guys. I really have to say that. You know, they're telling me to get a romance angel because I did get some of this energy here with a, you know, romantic connection or someone from the past or someone that you feel like you have a past life with. So just get a romance angel for y'all. Okay, children. Your love life is being affected by children. I'm going to tell you why I love this. Because I really do love this in this context. And they're drawing my attention to these puppy dogs here and these little puppies, right? Do you see that? Especially combined with the wail and music, children, you know, for the most part, don't do a whole lot of worrying about the future or the past, especially the real young ones. You know what I mean? They just kind of live in a state of the present and being in the present. And I really feel like that's a beautiful message for you guys, to worry less about where you've been and where you're going, but rather just being in the present moment and taking the messages as they come in. Really work with the universe around this tower moment and allow yourself to be in a place of receiving. Children are wonderful receivers. They just are. They're wonderful receivers, okay? Have you ever noticed that for the most part, when you give a child a compliment, and I'm not talking about like a 13-year-old, you know, but like a young child and you give them a compliment, like they're usually just like, oh, thank you, you know, whereas if you give an adult a compliment or a teenager a compliment, sometimes they can have trouble receiving it. And they're like, oh, it makes me uncomfortable, like, oh no, and they try to just like brush it off, right? This is just talking about being in a place of receptivity as children are. As children are. Also being gentle with yourself and others during this time. If you need a little, I just heard this, if you need a little extra TLC right now, take it. You know, some of these readings have been talking about healthy eating, mind, body, spirit balance, but I'm going to tell you something. You have permission from spirit right now to eat pie or french fries or whatever you want. I mean, in moderation, but I'm just hearing if you need a little extra TLC, and you need a little candy or you need a little, like, you know, hot chocolate or whatever have you, just a little bit every now and then, do it, because you guys are great nurturers and the caretakers of the zodiac, in my opinion. And it's time to kind of nurture and take care of yourselves right now, is what I'm hearing. Also connecting with your inner child as well and nurturing your inner child. Want some attention right now, okay? You can access all of this knowledge and clarity around things through music. Even chanting, chanting music, you know, I'm sure you can find that on YouTube, whatever have you, okay? Anything that really gets you out of your head and into your heart feelings, but really your intuition and your third eye, okay? All right, Cancers, this was your second half of March general reading. I so hope that this was of help to you and that it resonated with you. If it wasn't, it did, please let me know in the comments below. I would just absolutely love that. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here and for watching this. I really appreciate it more than you know. And thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.